Liu Kang warned about you. I had hoped for the chance. Was overly concerned. Your magic does not impress. Embarrassing.
The attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Sub-Zero slides on ice shards which stab up through his victim's abdomen and skull. He then chops down with an ice war hammer. Sub-Zero eyes Ermac.
You are not so fearsome.
Scorpion and Smoke run to him.
You're both unharmed?
We are, brother.
Good. After our years of idleness, it pleases me to again face combat.
I will be pleased when we complete our mission.
They sprint across the fortress. Sub-Zero blasts a trail of ice and slides across it to a wall beside a portcullis. Scorpion and Smoke stand on the other side of it. Sub-Zero peers through the opening, then nods to the other two before sneaking through it with them. They step to an inactive Soul Stealer, its fused humanoid bones bound to strips of cloth and shaped into a tall spiral. Sub-Zero reaches toward it.
Be careful with what you're handling. We have no time for mistakes.
Scorpion, Smoke, and Sub-Zero slink away toward numerous other Soul Stealers.
Continue working. I must oversee production of the remaining basins.
Quan Chi steps away from cloaked workers constructing a Soul Stealer. He walks through an enormous archway lined with terracotta soldiers leading into the fortress. Sub-Zero kills the guard from behind and impales his chest with an ice dagger before setting him down.
That's Quan Chi. The other sorcerer Liu Kang described.
Kuai Liang and I will capture him. Stay here. Do not let them activate the Soul Stealers.
Quan Chi steps down a corridor hedged in with more terracotta soldiers. Flames flicker in numerous braziers lining the walls and gold coins litter the stone floor. Sub-Zero and Scorpion slowly follow him as he steps through a doorway into another room. Sub-Zero pauses by a heap of gold coins. He picks one up and inspects it in the firelight. He looks past it at mounds of gold coins sitting in the room beyond the corridor. Sub-Zero and Scorpion look past the treasure at Quan Chi on the other side of the room with multiple women in leather armor and skeletal masks.
There will be spoils in this war.
Let us win it first, brother.
They glance at the doorway behind them, then hurry off as Shang Tsung emerges from it. Smirking, Shang Tsung strides across the treasure room toward Quan Chi and the women. Quan Chi steps to him.
Will the Soul Stealers be completed on time, Quan Chi?
Yes. Our benefactor's guidance has proven most helpful.
If we break it, we'll halt their construction.
Agreed.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion step out from behind a large ruined door and charge Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. Green energy pools around Quan Chi's hands and he blasts heaps of skulls at Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero smashes his way through them while Scorpion trades blows with Shang Tsung. Sub-Zero and Quan Chi each dodge the other's kicks. Then Sub-Zero front kicks him back.
Expecting you.
Were you told also to expect defeat? This ends no other way.
Fight.
Your failure was inevitable.
Scorpion evades Shang Tsung's knife hand strike, then jabs his gut. Giant pile of coins and jewels behind Scorpion, sending it sliding down and burying the warrior. Sub-Zero shoots an ice beam, but Shang Tsung blocks it with a shield of fire.
This is so unnecessary. What I can offer you, you won't decline.
Unless it's your surrender, I am not interested.
Fight.
It is your choice. I can give you...
I had hoped for a worthier enemy.
Sub-Zero steps to Shang Tsung's body and conjures a large axe made of ice. Scorpion watches him raise the weapon, but he stops when guards pour in from the doorway. One shatters Sub-Zero's ice axe with his sword, and another jump kicks Scorpion. Sub-Zero grabs a guard's arm and twists it around so his sword cuts another's throat. Scorpion weaves around one guard's sword, then throws him into a second. A guard bashes Sub-Zero's face with his shield, knocking him down. The guards quickly grab him and Scorpion, then force them to their knees. Shang Tsung staggers to his feet. He dusts himself off, then steps to Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Perhaps now you wish to entertain my offer.
You know what I value. We're strangers to each other.
I know that you wish to break free of Liu Kang's control, to gain your clan unrivaled power. I offer the means to do both.
Ignore him, brother. He promises only corruption.
Grandmaster, I am sure you're asking yourself, can I afford to trust a man I have never met? But the true question you must ask is, can I afford not to?
Sub-Zero stares at Shang Tsung. Geras stands before a giant hourglass and shifts his arms around. Sand weaves through the air, then images of the benefactor and Shang Tsung appear in the bottom of the hourglass.
And you were meant for war, to live among kings, not peasants. But since before you were born, you have been conspired against by those who fear how formidable you could become. I am your deliverer, Shang Tsung. Join me, and I will put the realms at your feet.
Geras examines her.
Who are you?
He steps closer to the hourglass.
Impossible.
Shao, Shang Tsung, and multiple soldiers usher Scorpion and Sub-Zero forward, their wrists bound by manacles.
My realm and your clan have much in common. We both feel the pull of Liu Kang's leash.
Once Outworld rules Earthrealm, you will be free to remake the Lin Kuei in any manner you see fit.
Bihan, don't listen! We must stop them, not—
Silence, Kuai Liang.
But brother!
Obey your Grandmaster. Can you win this war? Soul Stealers are deadly, but they're not enough.
You only think so because you don't understand their true purpose.
Explain.
Emperor Ying built this fortress during one of Earthrealm's most turbulent periods. Enemies beset him on all sides. He built a great army to protect his empire. They built a second one to protect him in the afterlife. This is Emperor Ying's Dragon Army.
They enter a vast, icy chamber hewn from an enormous cabin. Hundreds of terracotta warriors surround them on the ground floor, and various floors above them.
Impressive. But does this history lesson have a point?
These statues were constructed and enchanted by the great mages in the Emperor's court.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion follow Shang Tsung around a central cobblestone platform to a large wooden chest. Shang Tsung kneels, then opens it, revealing a velvet-lined interior housing a silver crown made in the likeness of two dragons facing each other. Shang Tsung takes the crown, then pours green liquid from a vial onto it.
They are animated by fragments of souls. Once alive, they fight tirelessly, unburdened by remorse or pity.
Green mist coils off of the crown as Shang Tsung sets it on his own head. Green energy fills the gaps in a row of terracotta soldiers armored, and their faces turn skeletal. They turn towards Sub-Zero and Scorpion, then punch and kick the air in unison. The warriors stop.
As our ally, you will be given command of several battalions. Few in Earthrealm could then resist the Lin Kuei.
Sub-Zero walks to the row of dragon warriors and examines them. He approaches Shang Tsung and holds his manacles up to him. Two soldiers grab Scorpion as he steps forward.
Bihan!
Shang Tsung removes Sub-Zero's manacles.
How could you? Father would turn in his grave if he saw this!
He was a doddering old fool. He did us a favor having that accident. And I was right to let him die.
Let him die? You said you tried to save him!
A lie. Because you couldn't, and still can't face the truth. Father had doomed the Lin Kuei to mediocrity. Now, we will achieve greatness.
Sub-Zero gestures to the dragon warriors. Scorpion elbows the pair of soldiers holding him back, then hammers General Shao's face before whipping Shang Tsung's head with his chains. He whirls around to Sub-Zero and bashes him to the ground. A soldier grabs him, then Scorpion knocks him down and pummels his head. His chains glow orange as he takes down several more soldiers. Then General Shao swings his axe at him. Scorpion ducks under the attack, then snatches the axe with his chains, tears it from General Shao's hands, and flings it away. He whips Shao's face with his chains, then Shao backhands him. Scorpion maneuvers behind Shao to wrap his chains around his throat, jump onto his back, and strangle him. General Shao throws him off, breaking the chains. Scorpion gets to his feet as Shao grabs his axe.
He is a feisty one.
Are you going to blather or make yourself useful? This Earthrealmer must be neutralized. Fight. Shame you wasted this.
You may corrupt Bihan, but you won't corrupt me. Down in flames.
The attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with a...